how did Trump calculated the trade tariffs? For example, he said China is charging 67% tariff, so he's gonna charge them half of that, which is 34%. So I'm gonna show you step by step how this is calculated. This is the official formula, but actually it is much simpler. All you need is two figures. One is US exports to that country and the other is US imports from that country. So let's use China as an example. US exports to China $145 billion and US imports from China $440 billion. So if you subtract US exports from US imports, it becomes $295 billion. And that's called trade deficit. That means US imports $295 billion more than it exports to China. So to make that into a percentage of US imports, all you got to do is to divide the difference by the US imports, that is to divide it by $440 billion and then times it by 100 to convert it into percentage. And the result is 67%, which is exactly the same figure that was there on Trump's chart. And then if you would divide that by 2, it becomes 33.5%. But because Trump likes round numbers, he simply rounds it up to 34%. And that's exactly the same figure on the chart. So if you know a country's import and export to the US, you could easily calculate the tariff on that country. As another example, in this Excel sheet for EU, European Union, US exports $370 billion and US imports $605.8 billion. And similarly, you get a 20% imposed tariff on EU.